Alright, and here's a video review. We'll take a quick break from Siege here for Iron Factory's IF-EX29 RUSHBEATS, or as you can see, jazz. In this case, comes in what is now the standard kind of Iron Factory box, but with some cool jazz stripe detailing around the edges. Pictures on the back, little plastic tray and instructions. Nothing out of the ordinary, no stand or anything. What you get, see here is what you get, the gun and the car itself. Now, he actually shares a lot of the same, at least basic transformational engineering as their Sideswipe, although with some new parts. The gun just tabs onto the top. You can pop it right out. And he's a cool little jazz. Rolls just fine. And you can see his little jazz head underneath there. Although I guess you could turn that around if you wanted. But yeah, like I said, he's essentially, the exception of the fact that his front hood doesn't fold down as far down as Sideswipes does, he shares a lot of the same engineering. You got the feet and all that. So go ahead and transform him here. Split this up. Pull the foot out a little bit. So we've got the clearance to get his legs going. Open these up. And you rotate the legs around, bring them up at that hinge. So he's got his knees. Split the legs. Go ahead and close those up. Push right here to kind of start his toe folding out. It's hard to just actually get your finger there to get it, but if you push where it clips on, you can rotate that foot piece out. And then up here, pop up the windshield. Get that out of the way. Now the arms, they come out of the sides, but they also, there's a couple of little tiny pegs, and this is where you want to be careful. Up here where his speakers tab onto the front part, those are very tiny. I haven't had any issues with them, but because of the emptiness in here, getting them together, you kind of want to make sure you support it back here, because if you just push out from the outside, it does tend to bend this piece a little bit. Not enough where it's causing stress or anything, but again, just be careful. You can tab them together a lot easier if you get on both sides and kind of squeeze it together. Bring his arms down. Flip up this little panel here. And make sure his head's straight through there, because his horns can, or his antenna can get caught as you fold it down. And you don't want to do that either. So there we go. Once you get the clearance, you fold that down to face forward. Keep this open because the whole chest kind of collapses here on this hinge. So fold this down, but bring that down and collapse it onto his abdomen. And then push this piece down in front of his face. Flip out his fists. You just angle in from that, so there's no wrist swivel there. Rotate him around at the waist, so you see his feet. And then collapse this up onto his chest, or onto his back. And there's RUSHBEATS in robot mode. And as you can see, he's just a cute little jazz. Let's see if we can get him on a more flat piece of the plastic here. He's got a ball joint head, so he can look up and down a little bit, and side to side. He's got some flip-out speakers on his shoulders. You can flip them out like that and give him his speakers. You can just fold them down like that and give him regular shoulders. He's got the ball joint at the shoulder, bicep swivel, hinge elbow, waist swivel, although you do need to pull this out a little bit for that to function properly. Ball joint hips, thigh swivel, hinge knees. His spoiler keeps him from folding up as much as they could. And he does have some ankle tilt there on the foot as well. His rifle, you just take this, flip down the handle in the back, and put it in his hand. And it's a cool little jazz. I have some repro labels. I may stick one on his chest, although I don't have any quite small enough to fit completely within that red stripe. But, you know, hey. Here he is with the Racing Brothers. Just to give you an idea, he's in the same size class as a lot of these other Iron Factory small guys, which I still love. I'm looking forward to their DJD. I would love to see Iron Factory Seacons. It was something that came to me in a dream one night, and I even had a dream about Seacons in in War for Cybertron, and then we were talking about the dinner table if you had one wish, and I'd be like Iron Factory Seacons. So maybe that's something that can happen one day. I think they'd work great as little figures like this. But anyway, there's RUSHBEATS. He is just as cool as all the other Autobot cars. And we're slowly getting them. We've got Jazz, we've got Red Alert, we've got Sideswipe and Sunstreaker here. There's another one too I'm forgetting. But anyway, I'm really digging the Iron Factory line, and RUSHBEATS is just another good example of their toys. Great little Jazz, great little figure, very solid, nice posability, and he looks good with the Autobot cars we already have on the shelf. But there it is, Iron Factory EX29 RUSHBEATS.